Hello and welcome back. I am Chris with Marksman Shooting Sports in Westfield, Indiana, and you are watching Marksman TV. Today is my sort of wrap up from 2019 to what to expect in 2020 type of video, state of the channel, if you will. Starting off, first and foremost, guys, 2019 was a phenomenal year for us. Now closing up the books, we have not only hit our goals, but exceeded them. I really have to attribute a lot of that to you guys. I mean, my loyal viewers on YouTube, my customers here in the store. Thank you guys so much for being part of sort of this dream that is really starting to come together for me and has been for, about the past couple years. So we put a lot of hard work into this. Hopefully a lot of you guys are seeing that. Hopefully we're offering you guys on YouTube good value, and my customers who come into the store, hopefully you're getting good value as well. That is really what we hope to offer to the gun community. So I think we're hitting that goal, at least if it's any type of inclination from the views we're getting and the subscribers we're getting on YouTube and the traffic we're getting in our store, then hopefully you guys are seeing that value that we're trying to create. So what I'm trying to say is thank you so much for that, and it's really been 2019 was a blast, no pun intended, and I'm hoping the same for 2020. So starting off with some things, we'll start first with YouTube. So on the YouTube channel, as many of you guys know, back when I started the channel, I tried to get out usually around 2 videos a week. That kind of peeled back to 1 video a week, and lately it's been kind of like 1 video every 2 weeks. So one thing I would really like to do in 2020 is get more video content out there for you guys. As many of you guys know, I do a lot of the filming, pretty much all the filming, editing, and uploading here in the store between visits with customers. It's getting to the point where I'm having so many days where I'm just, from the minute I open to the minute I close, I don't even sit down. I hardly even have time to eat lunch. It's really hard to fit in times to do videos. Sometimes I try and get videos done over the course of 2 or 3 days. With that, I do basically 3 types of videos. I do, firearms comparisons. That's where I really started with YouTube, doing those. I did also a series of vlogs. And then also now what a lot of you guys seem to be enjoying is the used guns of the week video. I've started kind of focusing more on the used guns of the week videos just because they are a lot easier for me to film. I basically just can talk about a few guns, 1 minute a piece, relatively fast to edit and put up online, and you guys seem to really enjoy it. We've been getting really good like to dislike ratios on that, lots of really early on views, lots of thumbs up, really good comments. So I really appreciate that feedback. That tells me that you guys want more of those videos. Of course, with those, I am at the mercy of actually getting in used guns, which we are getting a lot more of every year. I think from 2018 to 2019, we doubled the amount of used gun intake in our store, which is fantastic. So, the YouTube videos have really been helping. Lots of people have been calling, emailing us with firearms that they want to ship to us. I think a lot of people, for whatever reason, like to see their used guns show up in the videos, for us to talk about and that sort of thing. So I really appreciate that. That's awesome. It's really having a really positive impact, and I'm just really glad you guys are enjoying those videos. With that, because the firearm comparison videos, and I like to do comparisons. I mean, back when I started YouTube, what I would get people coming into the store and they would say, hey, I have $600, $700 for an entry-level AR. Tell me what you have in that price range, and then let's compare them. That's basically where I would end up in most customer interactions. So it gave me the idea of not just doing a review on a single firearm, but comparing it to multiple firearms, which again, with the views and the likes and everything, that kind of tells me that that's what a lot of people find value in. So those videos, though, because I do have to spend a lot of time researching not 1, but sometimes 2, 3, even 4 firearms. Just the research part of it, the filming part of it, the editing takes a really long time, and I'm running out of time. And that's why it's harder to get those videos out as frequently, but I'm trying to keep up with them. I'm going to try and free myself up some time, and that's later on in this video. I will talk about ways I'm going to do that with some other announcements I have coming up. One other video type of line that I did that a lot of you guys have been asking for more of, I guess the last one I did was like 6 months ago, was the vlogs. Vlogs are very much done in this format where I pick a topic and I just stand here and I talk to you. Those are, again, it's easier for me to do because I don't have to research anything. The 2 issues there are topics to discuss because I really don't like to get into a whole lot of politics. A wise person once told me that when you start your own business, the two things that are really important to leave out of your business are politics and religion. Not saying that politics and religion are not important. They are definitely important, but not everybody shares our politics and not everybody shares our religion. And when you start hyper-focusing on those aspects of your business, you start alienating different segments of people that could be your customer. So from a business standpoint, because this channel is tied into my business, I try and stay away from politics as much as I can, but I might let a couple political topics sort of seep in through the cracks in 2020, because I think this year there's going to be many interesting things that have to do with the firearms industry that I do want to shed some light on and give my opinions on for those people who are interested in knowing those opinions. Other parts of the vlogs mainly focused on day-to-day gun store operations. A lot of people who have messaged me that they are interested in starting a gun store have said that they found those vlogs to be very valuable. However, the audience for that type of content is very narrow. And again, I really don't have a lot of time to be doing a lot of videos for a small group of individuals that might be getting something out of it, whereas by and large, all my other viewers won't, because not that many people, I imagine not many of you guys are out there thinking about starting your own gun shop. You do other things for a living. So, I don't want to get too much of that into my channel and kind of drown out the type of content that most of you want to see. Now, moving into timing. So one thing I'm going to try and do, so guys, for the past 2 years now, I've been basically working a very tight grind here in this store. I work 6 days a week. Monday through Saturday, I am in here every single day. Many of you know Andy, who's in here, and he helps me on Fridays and Saturdays. Monday through Thursday, I'm in here by myself, which gets really crazy. And on Sundays, I have a family at home. I have a 3-year-old son who, I want to spend time with and watch him grow and develop as a young person. I don't want to have this business completely, keep me separate from my home life. So on nights and on weekends, or at least on Sundays, I really try and focus on being at home. But what I'm going to be doing in 2020 is one of two things, and I have not decided on which way I'm going to go. One is I'm either going to close an extra day, so maybe Monday, give myself a 2-day weekend, and then what I will make Monday is sort of my YouTube day where I can actually be at home uninterrupted and put out, I could film 2 or 3 videos on a Monday and then release those throughout the week. And not have it sort of, so I can, when I'm here in the store, I could be here in the store and not have to sort of jumble up my YouTube videos, which will hopefully make them even better, because I get kind of scatterbrained. Actually, to be honest with you, this is my second time trying to film this video because I got interrupted a few times. I lose my train of thought. I don't know where I am and where I left off. So, and that's also partly why I talk so quickly, is because I'm trying to get these filmed before people come in and interrupt me. Not that I mind having people come in and interrupt me, but you understand what I'm trying to say. Alternatively, instead of closing for a day, I've thought about hiring people. Honestly, hiring people gives me anxiety. I hate to be responsible for other people. It's just not how I am. Andy, actually, from many of you guys know from a previous vlog video I did, Andy was actually a customer. He came in one day, I was busy. He just asked if I wanted him to sneak behind the counter and he could help me out for the day. I said yes. He did a phenomenal job, and so I offered him a job. When Andy's in here, I really don't give him any type of guidance or tell him what to do. He's worked in gun stores before, so he just knows exactly what to do. So as such, I know I'm a horrible manager. That's not really how you should manage people, but it works for Andy and for me because he can do his thing. I'm not the type of employer to get on people and do remedial tasks and stuff. He always keeps his time busy helping out the store, so I don't have to bug him. He doesn't have to bug me. It works out perfectly. I will probably try and get past those personal anxieties that I have and start hiring. People have been telling me for years that I need to do that, so I might have to just break down and start doing that in 2020. It's going to be one or the other. If I hire, then I'll be open, but I can at least get home 1 day a week is my hope, where I can focus on those things. Now, not only the YouTube videos is something that I'm going to be working on, I'm actually going to be working on a big project this year, which will probably, hopefully, be launching at the end of the year. I can't tell you too much about it. It is going to be a big website that, if many of you know cheapgunsusa.com, it will be replacing that. So I want to get more of an online presence, especially with the type of audience and attention we're getting from the YouTube channel, which is remarkable. Finally, guys, with the YouTube channel, social media. So social media is a big thing I'm going to be working on in 2020. With all the changes on YouTube, I think the writing is on the wall. A lot of gun channels feel this way, that it might not be in 2020, it might not be in 2021, but I think sometime in the not too distant future, it's going to just basically be either economically impossible or actually gun channels might be banned altogether from YouTube. I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but we've kind of been seeing it go that way. Because of that, I am trying to be more diligent in getting my content up in other places. So I am cross-posting all of my content to BitChute. I have been doing so for about a year and a half, so my links to that channel will be down in the description. If for any reason my channel disappears, that's where I will be, and I will continue to put up the content there for anybody who wants to see it. Also, I just opened up a Gunstreamer account yesterday, and I had them go ahead and, I put in a request for them to start uploading my content from YouTube, which I think is awesome, so I don't have to go individually upload my videos. I think they'll just go to my channel, archive all my content, and put it on Gunstreamer, and I have it set to where every video I upload on YouTube will also be uploaded onto Gunstreamer, so I'm going to be focusing on those avenues as well. Finally, there's other third-party sites off of Facebook and sort of the social media platform sites, non-video sites, like Minds.com. I did start an Instagram account a little while ago. I posted some stuff there. I'm going to try and do more of that this year, but I think Instagram and Facebook are more going the way of anti-gun as well, or have been for a while. So I do have a Minds page. So for my Marksman Shooting Sports local customers who go onto my Facebook page to see inventory and stuff, again, if anything happens there, a lot of you already know this because we had an issue with Facebook not allowing me to post like a year ago. I started a Minds page. That is where I will be retreating to if I'm ever kicked off Facebook as well. The final thing on social media is a Patreon or Subscribe Star. I've had a lot of people ask me about that, and I brought up this topic in the past. It's kind of weird for me because I'm an actual business, like a gun store, so it's hard for me to stand in front of a camera and say, hey, donate your money to me on these social media sites, when I'm actually a business selling. It's kind of like a business asking for free money. For me, that's kind of weird. I mean, maybe I could look at it as a tipping service for those of you who enjoy my content, but what I always tell people is if you enjoy my content and you are in the area, come in and see me in my store. Just say hello. Buy a magazine, buy a box of ammo. That way that way you're supporting me and my business and the channel, but actually getting something, a tangible good for it. I appreciate that. Lots of people, surprisingly, not just from Indiana, but all over the Midwest, and even some people from California. I've had Washington State. I've even had Canada. Different people who have watched the channel, who have been traveling through, who have actually come way out of their way to come up to the store to say hello. It's not a huge store, so I don't expect much that way, but it is a crazy feeling when somebody says, they've driven 3 hours out of their way to come into my store just to say hello. And that's happening more and more, and I really appreciate that. And to me, that's more important than a Subscribe Star or a Patreon or anything like that. However, because I've been getting lots of requests and questions about that, if I do a crowdfunding site, it will definitely not be Patreon. I think that they have a very sort of anti-gun agenda and anti-free speech, so they've cut off some funding from some prominent YouTube personalities. Whether you agree with them or not, I don't like platforms that are sort of stifling free speech. It's funny because here I am on YouTube, but like I said, I'm developing other places to go. If I'm going to start a new presence on a new site, it's going to be Subscribe Star, just because I think they're based out of Russia. They haven't had any issues with any type of censorship or anything as of yet. And if I do that, I'm going to be very careful about coming up with ways that I can offer value for those people who do want to pay or help, fund the channel. Again, the channel doesn't really need to be funded, which is kind of weird. But if anybody wants to come by and show their support monetarily in those ways, I'm going to try and come up with some way to make it worth your while, like a special once-a-month Q&A where people can ask me questions who are members of those sites, or anything like that. But again, that's not set in stone. I'm just playing with those ideas, and you can let me know in the comment section what you think, if I should do that, not, what you guys think. So anyway, that's sort of my rambling 2020 state of the channel, things I hope to have happen this coming year. So thank you guys for stopping by and checking out this video. Like I said, if any of this resonates with you, if you have other points of concern or maybe recommendations for the channel in 2020, please also leave those down in the comment section. I'll be happy to take a look at those and give that some thought as well. Thank you all so much for a phenomenal 2019. I could not be happier with how everything is going. And again, I have all of you to thank for that. So Thanks again for a wonderful 2019. Thank you for your continued support in 2020, and I will see you guys next time.